Hi there, and welcome back to the Front Range. I'm the dad.
I'm the daughter.
I'm old.
I'm young.
And today we are going to be taking a look at another performance on our symphonic metal journey with a second song now that we will be reacting to from Epica. Now, this is in reaction to, or in response to, a lot of people suggesting that we take a look at their Symphonic Synergy performance. The difference in this one being, or one of the things that people emphasized as to why we should take a look at this, was I asked the question, or I posed the question. It seems like these live performances, they have so many of the sounds of basically a full orchestra or a chorus. I was surmising it must be coming from the synthesizer because there was no string section or horn section on stage, no huge choral chorus on stage. And this recommendation came up from quite a few people to take a look at this performance because it does have a string section on stage and I believe a choral chorus section on stage and all of those things. So that's kind of neat. That's kind of a different, although it's the same kind of music. I believe that this symphonic metal that we've been listening to, this will add a different element of having, physically having those instruments on stage and everything else. Yeah, so we're just kind of getting to know this band a little bit. As I said before, I don't really want to compare. That's one of the things I don't want to do is compare these bands to one another while listening to them. Somebody said after we did the first Epica, they said uh, Epica is a symphonic metal group, so that they are a little harder edged in places than maybe some of the others. So, and I did hear that. Still to this day, I can't place who the singer is that this singer sounds like, the male singer, and I'm sure it'll come to me eventually. It's funny because I've been listening to my playlist. I'm like, who is it? What band? Because I know it's in my rotation. I just can't place it. So, any thoughts?
No, I'm just excited to listen to it.
Yeah. And again, just the outpouring from the symphonic metal fans has been tremendous. Keep it up. We love that. We're always so grateful and thankful anyone takes time to watch or watch any of our reactions. If you like them, like, share, subscribe, all those things. Comment. Let us know where you're listening from. I've been trying to answer as many comments as I can, but I mean, it's been tremendous. And in particular, subscribe if you can. It's free. Hit the little button down below and get subscribed, and you'll know when these reactions are coming out. Yeah? Okay, other than that, we're really excited to jump into our second Epica song with Arcana. I hope it's not Arcana. Arcana.
Arcana?
Arcana is, I think.
Arcana.
I guess we'll find out. Because I'm sure somebody will correct us if we're saying it wrong. All right. But anyways, here we go.
Ooh, piano. It's a lot of people. The conductor looks fucking awesome. That reminds me of the singing in Harry Potter Like the kid choir. I think it might be in the game that I'm thinking of, but it's definitely Harry Potter. That's what the kids choir
Well,
sounds
it's
like.
funny because I was going to say the choir. This is different generations of Star Wars.
Oh.
I can't remember the name, and I should know the name of the song. It's so famous by John Williams, but from the prequels. Can't remember the name of it. But anyways, it's interesting how the song opens because that's one of these things. The things about this type of music is it's so multifaceted, and this is obviously such a different tone and tenor. Again, holding on to kind of the mystical
Right.
sense of, I think that this all of this music seems to carry with it, but yeah, definitely a little bit different.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
You know, it's interesting. Um, the themes of some of these songs, I don't know, maybe it's just the ones that we've seen, but this one is kind of, again, to me, at least as I'm interpreting it, um, finding the light in the darkness, and almost like a journey of, for lack of a better term, self-actualization.
Right.
And speaking of, the chaos and finding your way through the chaos.
Right.
Both, I think it's interesting because it can have kind of the dual meaning of both as just an individual, but then also as part of just the human experience, which is what,
Right.
A common experience that everyone goes through at some point, of really doubt and darkness, and finding the way to that light, and that it's there. I mean, that's
Right.
the emphasis is, I think, from this song, at least what I'm getting, is that the light's there. You just have to find it. Yeah, you have to find it. You have to keep on swimming, just like Dory.
Just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Yeah, I love his voice.
That's awesome. It's so funny because you know his voice is coming, you just don't know when he's about to come in.
Yeah. So very different. Interesting because it again, as I was saying, having that definitely leaned more into symphonic side of symphonic metal.
Yes.
Until the very end. And I do love the way they closed that they just really went hard for that last like 20 seconds, 30 seconds of the song, but really the first half highlighting the symphony, the symphonic sound.
There's a giant spider on the wall.
And her voice as well. So we had a minor emergency, spider emergency, but we got that taken care of. Yeah, so it was interesting because one of these other songs I mentioned, it's even with the, I don't know, it's not an actual dark tone, but perceived dark tone of like heavy metal, right? And again, I came up in an era of like, I remember when Shout at the Devil came out by Motley Crue, and an era of parents groups trying to shut down heavy metal groups because they're all demonic and satanic and whatever, the nonsense. But so many hopeful messages within this music. And now, it also speaks to, again, we've had a lot of comments about people who have this type of music, and these bands have seen them through some dark times.
Right.
And so many hopeful messages in their lyrics and the way that they play. And again, back to just the music itself, it's interesting because even within the symphonic, with the almost angelic voices of the chorus, rising up, and her voice, which is just amazing, and the string section, everything, you still hear the heavy metal guitars crunching.
Yes, absolutely.
And the way these bands blend those sounds is really something.
So good, yeah.
And it speaks to why obviously this is such a popular form of music. It's on so many different levels of the way that it works. And I really feel like it taps into different parts of, just from a kind of real world sense of the audible senses, but then I think it really taps something, I've said this before, elemental in people, in your heart or soul or whatever you want to call it. There's something about it that reaches multiple levels, and it's just kind of an amazing thing because never really reflected on that before, of mixing genres of music. Like rock and rap, did that, and you wound up with bands like Linkin Park, who some blended it more seamlessly than others. But again, this is such, you would think, if somebody in the 80s told me we're going to blend, a symphony with heavy metal bands, I wouldn't necessarily have believed that. Metallica dabbled with it a little bit. And I know this has been around for a while because I think one of the songs we were looking at from Nightwish was from like 1998, I believe. So obviously
older than me.
Yeah, it's been around longer than I thought it has, but I definitely didn't hear it in the 80s. So
10 years older than me. That's
I don't know
crazy.
if maybe I'm old, she's young. It comes up. Yeah, but again, another song really enjoyable but very different from the other songs that we've heard so far. Yeah. I think the first one we did from Nightwish was maybe a little bit more leaned a little bit, but certainly not as far as this. And I'm curious to listen to the rest of, or some more of these songs from this Symphonic Synergy performance.
Yeah. To
see some of the songs where they probably do lean heavier metal, where the symphony side of it is a little bit more supporting that as opposed to the other way around.
Just hear Tristan.
Yeah. There's a Twitch stream going on as well with my son right now, so he's screaming. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Again, thank you so much. So many people have recommended this particular performance, this concert, the Symphonic Synergy.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to continue to dive into it. Keep making those suggestions. Right now, we've only done Epica and Nightwish, but there's another one we're taking a look at that we're going to start doing reactions to as well, and then kind of branch out from there. I think there's about 5 bands that I've seen. Outside of these 2, there's another 3 that have kind of consistently been mentioned. And then there's also been some other just straight, some of the fans that know that I'm a heavy metal fan from way back have mentioned some modern heavy metal bands that I'm not even aware of. So definitely going to take a look at those as well. And then we're also, just so you know, keep an eye out for it. And again, hit the subscribe so that you know when these are coming out. We are going to start doing live streams. Probably live streams of some music as well. We'll do some test runs first, but you'll definitely have a chance to go ahead and interact with us and make, suggestions live, or, inform us. You guys are so informative, so much great information that you guys give us on these bands. But just keep an eye out for those live. Be gentle when we start doing them, because again, we're a new channel, we're a small channel. It'll be our first time doing those kind of things, and I'm sure there'll be glitches and weird things going on.
Lagging.
Yeah, things like that. But we'll get it, we'll work through it together and then get it kind of streamlined. And then, hopefully that'll be something that we do regularly. And keeping in mind, again, I said this on another video we did, when we start doing these live streams, we're very conscious of the fact that this has been such a tremendous outpouring from people who are in Europe. We love you all. You guys are great. We love when you let us know where you're from. But we'll try to balance out when's a good time to do these live streams so we can kind of get as many people involved as we can to go ahead and be there with us. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. We're so thankful of everyone that's watching us. And other than that, keep an eye out, and we will see you on the next one.